Hey everybody, it's Matt Shares, CEO of SBI. I'm here to share with you this week's update for how to execute your revenue growth strategy in a COVID-19 environment. As I've discussed on these last few updates, we continue to man our revenue growth help desk and listen to the questions that get asked, aggregate those questions to see what the patterns are and how the market's feeling. So these are real time as of Sunday, March 29th, based on the feedback we're getting, the questions are getting asked, the conversations we're having with clients, former clients, and the marketing feedback that we're getting. So there's really two camps right now. This is the big insight. There is one camp that is still in, I can't believe this has happened. I kind of feel like I'm on vacation, but I'm not because I can't go anywhere, but I'm not working like I used to work. And those people are on the left side of this screen in revenue protection mode. And they're thinking about things like, how do I talk to my customers? I've got to create some sort of messaging. This is different. What are we doing? What's my company going to message to me? How do I work? So everything is back foot. People on the right side, they've already oriented to the back foot. They quickly moved through revenue protection and they're into revising the revenue growth strategy. And they're asking all kinds of questions. They have literally turned the forecast upside down. They have looked at segmentation and end markets and said, my end markets are changing. Which ones are being disrupted? How does that change my coverage model? They've been on the phone with their channel partners. They've thought about which ones may have to change forever. They're thinking about metrics and incentives, and they've got multiple threads as they think about what's the win strategy for April. How do we win the month? And many of you that are listening and watching fancy yourself a strategist, but none of you are pandemic experts. So I would tell you, you got to check yourself and say, how do I create the environment where my team can win in April? And that's through clarity and certainty. So my advice is as follows. Orient which side of the framework you're on. Are you in revenue protection mode? Make a mark on that, share it with your team, and try to create some patterns and some behavior and repeatability, because your team is looking for clarity. They're looking for certainty as best you can. If you're on the right side and you're revising the revenue growth strategy, you're done staring at the tops of your shoes, feeling sorry for yourself. I've already been through that phase. You're saying, okay, let's get it on. So this week's message is all about orienting. Are you in phase one? Are you in phase two? It doesn't matter which phase. Plot yourself, communicate that, and execute with precision. On a personal note, a couple things we've been paying a lot of attention to is energy level. What are you doing to manage your energy level while you're working from home? And how are you as a leader managing the energy level of your teams? I will tell you the best thing that you can do is look to stimulate your routines that you've always had. If you work out in the morning, find a way to work out in the morning at home. Just because you're at home doesn't mean you got to let your routine stop. Get dressed for work a couple of times. The symbolism of putting that uniform on to be a professional changes the mindset. And if ever there was a time to have a growth mindset, it's right now. And lastly, don't take yourself too seriously. You got to be vulnerable. Your team knows you're struggling. Share with each other. So I look forward to hearing back from you. As always, we wish you good luck as you revise and try and make your number.